So, might as well record for YouTube. Hello everyone, I'm going to do a breakdown of the new features we got for Season 3, namely in practice mode. But it's really a gold mine, and I can't believe I haven't done a form of review until now. And first and foremost, the very much talked about frame data overlay that we can actually have for both characters like this. And this is of course a huge help. Rather than going on your smartphone and looking in apps or in on different websites like Ran Battle Norway, I think it was called, where I looked at frame data. Much quicker to have it in game. We have a startup frame, which is the speed of the attack. It can say 19 to 20, and this means that if you do it from far away, it can hit at 20. So those are the active frames. The hitbox is active for 2 frames, 19 to 20. And then you have frame advantage on hit, +7. And then you can actually, if you're very smart like me, you'll set the dummy to stand and action 2 to guard all. Now you can quickly test the data, like +7, and then do a jab into forward 4, and you see the block. +4 on block. That's great. And of course, counter hit, +31. And a knockdown, of course, which you can see below there on my opponent's status. You can see standing, which is below frame advantage, down. So now, then we know we have 31 frames to do a follow-up attack on a downed opponent. So yes, that's just very good to know. And also something great is that, as you can see here on the tip of my finger, we have the distance from the opponent. And for the first time ever, we can actually take notes on precise distance of range of each and every attack. Like for example, Kazuya's back 1 unfortunately doesn't have a lot of range. This really sucks because it's such a vital punisher. But it is 11 frames though, that's pretty damn good. So if I stand at 2.10, it does clip Kazumi, but let's see, 2.15, it whiffs. And now something I urge everyone to do is also use simple select. Is a very powerful labbing tool, so I can quickly, if I want to, go to Devil Jin, and now bam, we don't have to go back into the character select screen, and rather quickly we can get Devil Jin in here to do some further labbing. And Devil Jin's back 1, compared to Kazuya's, has much more range. So here you can see, if I go to 215, this is where Kazuya's back 1 whiffs. But I can go even further back, and Devil Jin's will hit. So I'm just trying to show you guys how powerful these new tools are, and you know how much quality labbing you can do with this stuff. So yeah, the frame overlay is great. I had a viewer who didn't really understand frames, and very basically the game runs at 60 frames per second. As you can see above me here, it says 60 frames per second. So those are 60 images per second. Yeah, I hope you understand what a frame is. It is an image. So 60 of those per second. And at 15 frames, which is exactly a quarter of a second, you find a lot of key attacks in Tekken. Like for example, at a quarter of a second, it's where you should be able to launch someone. So this is the classic down for 2, that uppercut that basically, you know, many characters have and always launches. And for example, a hop kick, a jumping kick that launches you. So at 15 frames, you should be able to launch. Another basic frame is the jab, which is always 10 frames. So at -10, you usually get some damage. At -15, you usually get launched. And at -12, you usually eat a chunkier standing punish that does not launch you. Very important to know. And obviously, it is better to be at plus frames rather than minus frames. And what can be said quickly about minus frames, like for example, I'll do down for 2 on block, -7. At -7, nothing is guaranteed on me. as the fastest move is a jab, and that's 10 frames. And of course there are moves that are faster, but these are very rare exceptions. But at -7, I'm so minus, but I respect my opponent. I basically block here. I'm not going to press buttons because at -7, my jab comes out at 17 frames. I'm just in a very bad position. And even attempting to sidestep here is incredibly risky, as a sidestep needs like 2, 3, 4 frames to get going. So at -7, you usually respect your opponent. But if I do my down forward 1 and I'm at -3, this is actually not too bad. I'm perfectly open and willing to sidestep here, because at -3, my opponent just doesn't have a lot to work with, but he's still at an advantage. So it's a big risk to jab after here, after that is blocked, because I'm at -3. But still, it's just not too risky. Yeah, if I said that it's super... No, I didn't say it's super risky, but... mind games. But yes, I just want to tell you there's a big distinction between -3 and -7 for you. So this is a very, very basic understanding of frames. I don't want to go into big detail. I have a video on that with blue screen background. I might link it on this YouTube upload, could be valuable. But there's also a punishment training, which is incredible. And this will have the CPU do key attacks on the character you've picked, the dummy, key moves of that character, and it will show you the optimal punish. So not only a punisher, you know, that works, but the optimal punish. So here we have Double Jin's easy mode, 15 frame, down 3+4 to punish 1-1-2. So they've actually gone through each and every of these moves and found the optimal punish. I didn't even know that's -15. The more you know... I did the wrong punish. No. Oh, hop kick so quick. Damn, I'm good. No, wait. Holy shit! Is that Kudans? So I have to say, I'm very impressed with the punishment training. They've actually gone through the trouble of looking at all of these moves and giving you the optimal punish. So if I would advise you to practice this against every single character, it is just so valuable. So yeah, this is a huge thumbs up to the developers, truly. And another thing that a lot of people don't talk about, which is also fantastic, is the extended sample combos. Usually in the move list you would have a couple of basic combos in the end that give you an idea of what moves to use as screws and enders, but never anything that would resemble a proper staple or max damage combo. But now sample combos go through every launcher you have, even back 4, which combos only on counter hit. And it gives you 3 different combos to use, and they grade them in difficulty. 1 for easiest, 2 normal, and 3 hard. So I can go down to, here we have Wild Rising 2. Here is the Wind Godfist. And here we can look at a combo, and it is his basic combo. Completely legit tournament staple. And you have all of these combos, you know, for every single launch he has. A lot of people don't talk about this, but this is great. That must have taken some work and time to do. So with every single character, every single launcher, you get 3 different combos graded in difficulty. So you can really pick up a character super quickly. If you add all of these features together, the frame data, the punishment training, the sample combos, the time it takes you now to pick up a character, it's like 10% of what it used to be. And you had to do so much research on your own outside of the game. External sources, YouTube content creators, websites. Now you have it in game, so yeah, it's just a job well done. I really love these features. But yeah, you can say 50 times over how incredible it is to have the frame data now in the game and the distance there. It is, that alone is, you know, just a godsend, to be honest. So that's a little review of the features. I love it, and I hope you do too, and I hope that helped a little bit.